In our CSCI 548 project, we have used a set of sources to gather speeches from across the web. Some of our sources are the Miller Center, which gives us the speech in this format. This is a speech given by Bill Clinton in the year 1993. Some other sources are Famous Speeches and Speech, Emerson Kent, and the History Place. For example, this is a speech given by George Bush announcing the war against Iraq. Our backend is Elasticsearch, is an Elasticsearch database where the Android application interacts with this database through REST API calls such as this one. So for instance, this is searching through the index speeches, which stores all the speeches, searching for the speaker John Adams. And once I run this request, Elasticsearch gives us the time it took, the amount of speeches we get, and the entire JSON data. We can also shoot queries that give us all the speeches between 1890 and 1900, and Elasticsearch returns the data in JSON similarly. We can also gather the data from our speaker database by using the speaker index. So this request will gather all the information that we have on George Bush. So now we'll move on to the app. Our app's name is Treasure Talks, which is a meta search for speeches. This is our homepage where you can search by speaker name, by speech title, or by tags. So for instance, if I type Hitler here, this will give me a list of all the speeches that are either given by Hitler or have Hitler in their title or are about Hitler. So for instance, if we click on any one of them, we get our speech template, which has the speech title, the date, the speaker, and the entire speech in text. If you want to know more about the speaker, we have an about button, which redirects you to a page which has an image of the speaker and a small description. If you want the DBpedia page of this speaker, you can click on the left top DBpedia icon. It redirects you to the DBpedia page. Or if you want the Wikipedia page, we have a Wikipedia icon. Moreover, we have a few additional features here where we can see similar speeches. Since this speech is about war, if we click on see similar speeches, it will give us other speeches which are war related, like this. Or we can also see more from the speaker, which will give us other speeches given by this speaker. So these are the other speeches in our database given by Adolf Hitler. Now, if we don't want to submit a query, we can also show all speeches. This will give us a list of all the speeches that are in our database. And if we click on any one of them, we can see the entire speech. Or we can also show all speakers. This will give us a list of all the speakers in our speaker database, whose information we could gather from DBpedia. So for instance, if we click on Obama, we'll get the image and a small description about him. And if you want to see all the speeches given by this person, you can click on Show Speeches. This will give us a list of all the speeches that have been given by Obama. Now lastly, we have a feature called Timeline, which is basically a segregated view of our database, and the time interval which we have used here is 25 years. So for instance, we can click on any one of them and we'll get all the speeches during that time interval. And if we click on any one of the speeches, we can get the entire speech in text like shown before. Now lastly, we have an about button, which is basically a brief description of what our app does and the sources that we have used. So thank you for watching. Please be inspired.